I've always said this, strangers support you more than your own people.
You are listening to the Mixin It Up podcast. Get your smoothies ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hi guys, hello and welcome back to a wonderful another episode of the Mixin It Up podcast. I am your host, Nayana Mena. I'm a ball of energy, you know, the fun vibes. I'm here today with a very, 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 very special guest. I'm going to leave him to introduce himself, but before I do, I just should tell you a bit about him. He is a filmmaker, a director, an actor, a producer, a business owner, and just a great guy to be around. So this is Kayas Irshad. Tell them a bit about you. I mean, I have kind of given you an introduction, but, you know, say hi.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Really, really appreciate it. And sorry if I sound a bit croaky. I've had a busy week.
It's the weather.
Filming.
It's
the weather. Yeah. But yeah, I'm Kayas Irshad. I'm an actor, producer, director. I also do marketing, casting, production manager. And I have my own production company, Infinity. And I've been in the film industry 15 years now. So, it's just flown by and stuff. And and before you ask me, which everyone asks me, what do you enjoy the most? You probably will.
Go for it.
I love it all.
That's not a good answer. You need to tell us the real answer.
It's hard because, some people are just actors.
Right.
And, they're just like, because I do a bit of everything and I enjoy it all.
Yeah.
But the one thing I hate is editing. That's one thing I avoid,
I can relate.
Yeah.
I prefer to be in the action. And I feel like the after edit is necessary, and that's what makes it a 10 out of 10. But it's just not my forte, so I completely understand. Yeah.
So, I enjoy it, as I said, where it's gone so fast, and it's been a long ride. It hasn't been easy. I will say, it's hard to explain the last 15 years, but
we'll try to summarize it today.
Yeah.
Definitely. But like I said, thank you so much for coming on. Yeah. There's a lot for us to unpack. And as you guys have just heard, he is a man of many, many talents. And we are so blessed to have him on the sofa today to join us. Yeah. So there's loads of questions that I want to unpack with him. As he's just said, he's a man of many talents. He's done loads of things. But before we do, I'm thirsty. I'm pretty sure you are. It's a bit hot in this room.
Yeah.
So we are going to get right to making some smoothies so we can have a chit chat.
I love it.
And actually have a drink at the same time.
Smoothie,
Oh, of course. We have to make it different. Do you know what I mean? This smoothie that I'm going to teach you to make today is called my winter smoothie. The reason being is because we're not getting enough vitamin D at this time of year. 100%. Our vitamins are lacking. So this smoothie has literally got a bit of everything in it. Literally every fruit you can think of.
So all the vitamins,
a rainbow
the iron, the proteins and all of that.
Need, everything.
And I'm a health freak as well, so.
I know, I'm going to ask you about that. But no, so this should be really good. It's going to be nice, it's going to be sweet, and it's going to have all your vitamins as well. Yeah. And then we'll get right into the chit chat. So are you ready to start making this?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to start by doing is getting the bananas out.
Okay.
Because that is the best way to begin. So as you can see, we've got our little banana cases.
I love it.
Do you want to pick it up?
I love it.
Show them the banana case.
I love it.
I love it. Hello, sir. Right, so I've got some really, really easy peel ripe bananas in there, so they're going to be really sweet. So all you're going to do is open the case, and literally, once you've done that, you're going to peel the banana.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's not really a bin in here, but we'll sort it out afterwards.
Top-notch studio, no bin.
I know, can you imagine?
I love it.
But yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to peel the banana and basically pop the banana into the smoothie blender.
Do you know what? Oh, I just love to eat this right now.
I know. The smell of it is
look, I broke it.
That's fine.
I broke it.
You can pop the rest of it in there. Just squeeze out.
I failed already.
Not the failure.
Yeah.
If you just pop it underneath there, so they won't be able to see the mess. But so guys, this is the first step. We're gonna add our bananas. It's the base for every smoothie. It makes it a bit creamy. It makes it sweeter. It adds some color at the end. Like, trust me, this is the base. The next thing we're gonna add is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a cheater.
Go for it.
Because while people get fresh fruit, and that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time. I'm a London girl. You know, life is fast paced. So we're going to do a little bit of cheating today. And I've got these bags. So if you want to lift that one up.
You took a shortcut.
Oh, 100%. Always.
I love it.
We've got a shortcut. We've got smoothie mixes.
Yeah.
And in these, you've got the summer berries in here. You've got
I love
raspberries,
it.
strawberries, blueberries.
Yeah.
You've got everything in there. Black currants. In that one, you've got some kale. You've got some mango. You've got some apple. You've got some pineapple.
Can't beat fruit, man.
Do you know what I mean? It's
love
perfect. So if you just want to pour like a hefty little amount inside,
Tell me when to stop.
just keep going. There you go. Oop.
Okay, you see that? I got
Right.
greedy there.
Right. He's like, I love my fruit to the max. Lovely stuff. And now I'm going to add the rest, the berries on top. And guys, you're going to see it's going to be a lovely colour as well because there's just so much fruit in there. So much vitamins, so much fruit. It's going to be really nice. So now that that's done, there's just one last thing we need to add.
Sugar, nah. Don't ever do
This
People
is
do that.
sweet enough.
Yeah, I know.
This
People
is
do
sweet
that.
enough.
You know?
The next one we're going to add is a bit of orange juice. You can
Ah.
use any juice you like. You can use water.
Yeah.
But I prefer to use orange juice for this
I've
because...
actually never ever tried that. Like, not like orange juice. You know, you do normal,
Yeah.
like, obviously, we ain't got the tangerines and oranges. Or you have actually.
Well, we do here on the set. We love it. Show them the trainers too. I don't think they can actually see. Yes, guys.
I love it.
Rate them out of 10. For me, they're an 11 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
I like them a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you can't get these no more. They were,
What, are they limited edition?
They were limited editions, custom made.
I can tell they're gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
I would love those in pink. Like, I'm a neon pink kind of girl.
You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I think I could see that. I can see that, you know.
Yeah, I've just
Yeah.
gone a bit mellow today, but I'm a neon kind of pink kind
Your
of
next
girl.
podcast, I need to see you in them pink Air
Oh,
Forces,
it's
man.
coming, it's coming. Okay, so guys, as you can see, it's looking a bit nasty right now, I'm not going to lie. But once it's blended, it's
Do you-
going to look very nice.
I will say though, you know when you put banana in something,
Yeah.
you'll always end up tasting the banana. It just
This you
beats
won't.
everything. No?
You won't, trust me, because the orange juice like cancels it out. It just makes it like thicker, so it's not like juice. Do
Okay.
you know what I mean? But are you guys ready to see it blend? Are you ready for
You
it?
ready?
Are you ready to mix it up?
I'm ready.
You sure? You ready to
so.
mix it up, Kayas?
Well, you can do that. You do the honors.
Do you want me to do the honors?
Yeah.
No problem. Okay, let's hope it works because I've had this before in other episodes. Whenever I'm about to blend the fruits,
Yeah.
the blender didn't want to work. So fingers crossed, praying to the God Most High. Let's make it happen. Oh my gosh, it's working.
I love it. You see that? You see that?
I've forgotten how loud these things are.
Wow.
Okay, it's not done yet. I can still see bits, but let's pop it back on.
I love it. This is me every day.
I know, I love it.
You can't beat a smoothie, man.
Honest to God.
See, look, it's already. I love it. I love it.
Okay, we're almost getting there.
Can I add, yeah?
Go
that
for it.
smoothies are so healthy for you, but try to get the ones without sugar because
Yes.
sugar
Ruins
is
it.
poison. I would
ruins
say,
it.
and it ruins it. The whole point of the smoothie and eating fruit is being healthy, getting your vitamins, your protein, and all of that. So you know, look at this. This is a clear example.
I know. Even though we did cheat, but you know.
We did
still,
cheat a bit.
There's no sugar in here. Just the natural stuff.
So how long do you do it for?
Huh?
How long?
Just until I can see small bits. 'cause I don't
Okay,
want to
okay.
like be chewing and then I've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
like
yeah,
chunks
bits.
of like lettuce in my mouth. Like, no. But I think this is fine. Like there's still some bits, but you're not gonna notice it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the viewers are gonna have their mouth watering right now.
I know, guys.
So
Have a look. Have a look at that.
as soon
Have a
as
look.
you finish watching this podcast, go and make some in your kitchen.
Oh, 100%. We just gave you a recipe. So are you ready to drink?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
ready.
Let me pour you a glass.
Thank you very much.
Just look at that.
Oh my days.
Stunning.
I love it.
I know, right?
By the way, Nay told me that we're gonna do we're gonna have smoothies, and I was like, what? This is the first podcast, like
Where
I'm
you
gonna-
had smoothies,
Yeah.
yeah.
And look,
It's
we're
a
here.
nice addition, isn't it?
It is. It is.
It is. A
It
little
is.
healthy snack.
Thank you very much.
Because I've noticed whenever I'm on set, the thing that I struggle with the most, right, is I'm either hungry or I'm thirsty.
And there's junk food.
Oh, 100%. But this is like beating all of the odds.
Can we
Should we cheers? What are we cheersing to?
wrapping up my film, your
Mm-hmm.
podcast, life, and just success
And happiness.
and happiness. Yeah, 100%.
Cheers to
Thank
that.
you very much.
Oh, I'm so glad to drink this. That is a bit of me.
Wow.
It's not too sweet, but it's got enough sweetness.
Yeah, it's just right.
Yeah.
It's right, 100%.
And you got more than 5 of your 5 a day on that. I'm not joking.
Whoa, I'm done today now.
Literally, now you can have your cheat day for the rest of the day. You've had your healthy snack.
Cheat day's tomorrow for me,
Oh, is it?
but I might start tonight.
Why not? Treat yourself. It is a Saturday after all. Treat yourself. Anyways, you mentioned a bit about the stuff that you've done, Kayas. And so I wanted to ask you, where did it all begin? I know that you've had a bit of experience in some of these productions, so I'm just going to list a few.
Yeah.
Not to gas him up a bit, but yeah, he's done a bit. He's been on working with Adulthood, Top Boy, Fast and Furious, Blue Story, and many others. So you've done quite a lot. You've got quite a lot under your belts.
Yeah.
You've got quite a lot of experience, loads of contacts, and you've made loads of memories, I'm sure, along the journey.
A lot.
So where did it kind of begin? How did you start? How did you get into this?
I used to DJ.
Did you?
Yeah, years back. I used to DJ before this film work, and a lot of people don't know that. I used to have a nickname called Ice.
Ice.
Yeah.
Oh, where
it's
did that come
called
from?
DJ Ice, and I was younger then. I was in my early 20s, and
Yeah.
I used to DJ at events and stuff, and then I used to hang out and I used to know a few people from the Soul Solid crew. If you remember the Soul Solid crew.
Everyone
21
knows. You've got
Seconds.
21 seconds to go. You got 21 seconds to
So,
go.
yeah, it was just like and then one day I just woke up and I thought I want to get into the film industry, and back then it was different than how it is now, and I knew it's not going to be easy, but I just wanted to be on set, not just not doing what I'm doing now. I just wanted to have the experience and just
Right.
that. And then what happened was Kidulthood came out in 2006,
Yeah.
and I knew they were going to make another one called obviously Adulthood,
Yeah. Like the follow-on.
the follow-up and stuff. And I thought, you know what, I reached out to the company and stuff, and I'd be like, can I come on set? I just want to get some experience and stuff.
Yeah.
And
So you was kind of eager to get there.
I wanted to, 100%. I was eager, and I knew some of the people in there anyway, like Noel, Adam, and all of them. So I was just like, right, can I get on set and stuff, and have some experience? And I did. I was an extra in the film as well. You can't really see
okay, I'm
extras
gonna
like the
look next time
background.
I watch the film, I'm gonna look extra
and
hard.
Bearing in mind, I don't look like what I look like now, but I was an extra in the film. But I was on set and I was just doing the marketing side. And thing is, I didn't want money. I didn't want to get paid or anything. I just wanted the experience.
Right.
So it's crazy because I'd done a few months of free work because I just wanted to get my foot into the door. So it was one of them things where I knew that you have to network and you have to work hard to get you get your face known and stuff. So
Exactly.
worked on Adulthood, and then I done really well when they're doing what I did on the production side, and then I was doing marketing for them and stuff like that. Back then we never had Instagram and stuff. We had Facebook, MySpace.
So
and
is
all of
that kind of how you did the marketing, or was some of it face to face? Because obviously now everything's social media.
It was
so.
not. Do you know what? It just started social media back then because we had the
Okay.
Facebook, we had MySpace then. There was no Instagram or anything and stuff then. Yeah, damn, I feel old. But
It's all right.
yeah, we were using it was more Facebook and Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
And then what happened was after that, I started working on a few productions of the same company and stuff. So 4321, I was working on Fast Girls and stuff. And then
cool.
I was working on a few films, and then what happened was I was just networking. I was going to a lot of red carpets, events. You go to
Yeah.
Q&As and stuff, and then I was meeting more producers, directors and stuff. And then I started signing up with companies, so I started getting paid work.
So before it was volunteering, and
Before it was voluntary, then I started getting paid work. So
right, okay, and
companies were hiring me saying, "Kay, I need you to cast this many extras for my film."
Yeah.
Or I need you to help me do a casting, production work, behind the scenes and all of that. And, obviously it was paid work. And I was
Yeah.
loving it because I was more behind the camera person, yeah?
yeah,
It wasn't I wanted to get on screen and stuff. It was more like I'm on set. I'm happy.
just in the environment.
Yeah,
where it's
I'm
happening.
meeting people and stuff. So I was more like, you know what, it's about the experience and stuff. And then I was just, I think time just went. I ended up getting lucky working on big productions. So I knew Ashley, and Ashley I knew Ashley from before. So Ashley got me down on Top Boy, the first one, which was, no one knew was
original
going
on
to,
Channel
the
4.
original
Yeah.
Channel 4. And no one knew it was going to blow. like it is now. Do you get what I'm saying? It had 4 episodes, and that was the original, you know. So I was on set for that, doing some behind the scenes of production work, and it was amazing. And I think getting that experience, and then, like I said earlier, where companies were hiring me, I was getting paid for it, and I was networking. So I just did that for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And then even I built a good relationship with Universal because I worked on 4321 with Universal, and when Fast and Furious 6 happened, they were filming in London.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know this, which I've said before. They filmed a lot in Hackney, Bethnal Green.
So that's local.
Local. You had Vin Diesel and all them, man. You know,
In
the
ends.
Rock. Yeah, Rock was in Hackney, but obviously it wasn't baited out like it is now, where there were obviously the security there and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't know. Obviously, the whole of Fast and Furious 6 is in London. So I had an email saying, "Oh, do you want to come on set for about 2 weeks to do behind the scenes and all that?" Come on,
Of course
obviously.
you're gonna say
Yeah. So I was like a little fish in a big pond, but it was to get the experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and with me, I don't get starstruck. I'm very professional when it comes to set. I don't care who's in front of me and stuff. I would, you know, as I said,
do your job well.
I do my job well, and it was a pleasure working with people like Vin. I met Paul Walker at the time, you know,
Bless him.
and you know, it's so sad what happened with him, but I felt like I got to meet him, got to work with him and stuff. And then years and years went, and it's just later on I started writing my own stuff after.
Right. Okay.
And I thought to myself, now I want to do acting, I want to do producing, I want to do directing.
You want to do it all.
I want to do it all.
Yes.
And I'd done something about that. So I started writing my own projects and stuff like that. And
what were they kind of about? Like, what ticks your boat? Because obviously, when you start making your own content, it's going to kind of be personal to you, I suppose.
So I done one on, I think, like LDN, which I'll speak about, my hood film. We already filmed one back in 2008. So the one we just done now was a remake. So I think it was more like what people can relate to, what I can relate to, what I've been through. So it's more like kind of a hood stuff. Being from Hackney and all that, you know how it is. And then even a documentary that I done on bullying, which I wrote and I produced and I directed, it was something that what I went through in life.
Yeah.
We've all been through bullying, I think, you know, at some point in life, and I went through that. So I wanted to raise awareness on it. So again, I wrote something that I can bring to the screens that can help people and stuff.
Yeah.
Again, my next one on mental health that I'm going to do. Again, I've wrote a script on that to do the documentary on that. Again, something I've been through, what a lot of people have been through. So I think it's more like I write stuff what people, and then what I did.
That's relatable almost.
Yeah, what people can relate to. And what I did during lockdowns, I didn't waste time. I was just writing, because obviously no one could, you know, no one was filming at the time.
Right.
So I kept busy and I thought, right, I'm going to write projects. And then once we're back to normal and stuff, we can bang. I got all these scripts ready. I got about 4 scripts ready at home, about 5 actually, of short films that I wrote as well.
Really?
Yeah, like thrillers, mystery, like short films.
Different genres.
Yeah, different genres. Like I don't just do hood. People think I just do hood stuff. Obviously, I just done one, but I think it's good to do different. I wouldn't do
and
horror.
To branch out.
Yeah, I'm into more action, kind of like mystery, thrillers, because even on Netflix, that's all I watch, mystery and.
Right.
Documentaries, that's my new thing as well, which I want to do a lot of, because I noticed that people watch them and relate to them a lot and stuff. So yeah, it's been a long journey, like I think 15 years, but now, as I said, I'm at a point where I've had my own company now.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do a lot of production work, casting. So now, yeah, I'm acting and stuff, and I'm producing, directing, yeah.
Oh, that's wicked, guys. Can we just give him a round of applause? Because,
Thank you, man.
You know, he's inspiring many. He's just a guy from Hackney, and look at all the things he's done. We love to see it, honestly.
Hackney boy. He was like, Hackney boy.
Come on. No, we love to see it. But so you mentioned that you kind of always been in that creative field. You started off DJing, then you realized that you wanted to go into film and dramas and acting and stuff like that. So you kind of done it all.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you, you're Pakistani, right?
So my mum's Moroccan, my dad's Pakistani.
Oh, so you're mixed.
Yeah.
Lovely. That's sick.
It's mad. I don't know how they met. Like, I think they met at some party when they were young, and
it's always the party.
Yeah. It's not a mix that you quite get and stuff. And even my name, that's why when people hear my name, Kayas, they're like, oh, I never heard of that name.
Yeah, it's quite different.
By the way, it means money.
I know, soon, always.
I told Nate that at the other interview. I'm like, it means money.
It means money. I'll never forget. So obviously you mentioned that you're from Pakistan and also Morocco.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask you, maybe, you know, your parents and your family were very supportive, but obviously a lot of people that come from ethnic minority backgrounds can relate in the fact that their family, friends and parents wasn't so supportive of the fact that they wanted to be in the creative field. And so as a creative who's done so many things now, at the beginning, was they always supportive of you wanting to be in the creative industry?
You know what? I've been lucky.
Yeah.
They've always supported me in what I've done.
Really?
Yeah, because obviously I know how it is in South Asian culture and stuff, and especially for girls and stuff as well. It's really hard because I still have I know actors that are females,
Right.
in the South Asian culture, and they find it really, really difficult because that's their passion, but their parents want them to be a doctor or a dentist or
It's always
do
the
a
way,
normal
or a
job,
lawyer.
yeah, or a lawyer. But I've always been lucky. They've always supported me and stuff. So I've been kind of happy with that. And it is harder when you don't have that support because
Yeah.
they're proud of obviously what I do and stuff as well. So luckily, yeah, I've had the support.
That's really good. And that's amazing actually,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, like you said, didn't have that same experience. So that's good that they've always been in your corner supporting the things that you do. Obviously you mentioned that you've been in the industry for 15 years. That's quite a long time. You've been doing your thing, making moves.
Yeah.
And so I want to ask you about the realness of the industry because you've been in the industry from that. I'm not going to say pre-social media times,
Drink
but
before answering.
but until what it's like now. And so you've seen it all. You've seen how people move. You've seen people coming in, people going out, people rising before your eyes, all of that stuff. So I want to ask you, is being in this kind of industry hard work, socially, work-wise, all of it?
100%. I had this conversation so many times, and I advise people that it's not what you see on social media.
Right. In
Social
what
media-
sense?
In sense as in, so example, I'll use my page my account as an example where people always see me on sets,
Yeah.
or they see me filming, they see me on the red carpet or somewhere doing my thing. And as I said, and they automatically think, oh, he's living a celebrity life. He's
Yeah,
a millionaire.
like he's made it,
He's
yeah.
made it. And, he's got everything basically. But they don't know like the other stuff that goes on in my life. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I do post about it sometimes because that's why I don't just like posting about work.
Yeah.
I do
and
post
not just
about
always the good stuff as well. Yeah.
exactly, like I'm training 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. Yeah. So that's hard
Oh, of course.
itself. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been doing that for months and months now.
What type of training?
So I do like cardio, I do weight training,
like fitness,
I go
yeah.
jogging and stuff. So, this is like every day basically, yeah. Because I'm into my fitness and stuff.
Yeah.
Top of that, like I got balanced family time, all right, which is really important. Family means a lot to me.
It's very
Making time for my friends. Then I got to do other bits as well where I'm writing at home. I'm doing my other work, if I
Yeah.
have to do like, stuff like that. And then even like things like just normal things where, I suffer migraines, which a lot of people know. I suffer migraines.
Really?
Yeah, 20 years I've suffered migraines and I get them bad. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like
So
to the point where you have to like just stop for the whole day.
I've got to sleep it off. I've got to sleep it off and they are deadly. So I feel, again, as I said, a few years back, I went through mental health issues, depression. Things happened, in my personal life and stuff. So they don't see any of that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, of course.
And obviously people don't want to post about that. But I would say what you see on social media, you can't judge it. You can't judge the person by it because it's just
Right.
Instagram. It's just Twitter. It's just social media.
It's just photos at the end.
Yeah.
Of the day, isn't it? Yeah.
But I'm telling you, working in this industry is hard work. They're not seeing the 15 hours or 20 hours on set a day. The graft. And that's why I sometimes post behind the scenes because people have to know.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like I'm here today. I've been filming crazy all week.
I
And I'm
know.
here today. And I might, as I said, where they're like, oh, you don't look tired. I'm just like,
No, you
listen,
don't. Look at him shining.
Nah, these are the things you got to do in this
Yeah.
industry. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel with me, I'm all about showing support. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I turn up to premieres when I do. I do the podcast and stuff because I feel like I need to, I'm about showing support. But yeah, it's tiring, and especially like if you're married or if you've got kids, it's even harder because I know people that that have that, and it's just it is. It's not what it seems to be, and there's times where I wanted to quit. in the 15
Really?
years.
And so what was it that kind of stopped you from actually making that decision to just leave everything you've worked hard for?
I think sometimes you just have them days, and sometimes, and people might laugh about this, but I just feel like I just wish I was doing a 9 to 5. Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
just like a
actually-
normal life, but
Right.
because I feel,
And why is that? Is that because of the security
It's the
aspect of
pressure.
it, or the pressure?
I think it's the pressure as well, because even my Instagram example, but a lot of people look up to me.
Right.
They see me as a mentor. They see me as, I motivate people a lot and
Yeah.
stuff. So I have a pressure. I'm thinking, damn, I've got to do motivational posts today. How are people going to feel if I ghost on social media?
Right. Okay.
I sometimes look out for them, because people people DM me a lot. They're asking me for advice on everything, like bullying, mental health,
course.
just acting, this and that. So I feel there's times where you want to quit because you're under mad pressure. What's the next job's going to be like? When is it going to be the next job? Because in this
Yeah.
industry, you're not always like going to be working. It's freelancing, do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it is kind of hard like that. But sometimes you have them days and you speak to some people, then, they just remind you of your worth. Then you're back on it. I think it's
So
that.
it's about
I think,
having the right people around you as well then?
yes. I've done that to people. You remind them, you go to them, they come to you, you go to them, you remind them of their worth. And because sometimes you can forget.
Yeah.
And then you're like, do you know what? It's actually true. Because I'm a humble person. I have no ego. Like, I don't big myself up. Unless someone talks to me and, what do you do? I'll tell them. But I'm not going to show off about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Because it's just your reality.
it's just my reality. Like, I feel, for me, I just want to work hard and graft and, just do, like, when I finish one project, I'm on to the next. Then I'm on to the next.
And that's quite exciting. I
It
think.
is.
Yeah.
Some people just leech on that. They leech on one and be like, I've made it. No, I don't think anyone's ever made it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel, I just want to work and just help people at the same time, raise awareness, support people, support upcoming actors, old actors. And you don't get a lot of that in this industry. But yeah, you just...
So let's talk about that then, because obviously you mentioned that sometimes it can be difficult. There's a lot of pressure on you as a person.
Yeah.
But the show must go on regardless.
100%.
But you mentioned something about support. Do you feel like the industry is supportive, honestly?
I don't think they are supportive as they used to be.
Not as much as
Not
they
as
used
much.
to.
No. I feel when I started, there was more support.
Really? In
Yeah.
what way?
Like people used to, message you and be like, look, there's auditions here, there's auditions happening here, or they'll advise you, there's, people support your work, they'll
of
share your work more. Now, people won't share your work.
Right.
People won't let you know if there's an audition happening somewhere because they want to get there first.
Right. So it's like almost every man for themselves.
Yes, it's a competition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like more selfish just now. I feel like if someone gets casted for something and they let people know or their friends know, they feel more hatred or jealousy. I mean, they might be like, oh yeah, congratulations, but inside they're burning, and that's what the reality has come to now. And people will relate to this. People in our
100%.
industry will be like, yep, facts, because it happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
But so is that something that's only kind of started recently, or when you first started, was it all just love? Because I'm sure that kind of stuff doesn't really change. It just comes in different forms.
It's gone worse as the years have gone by, and
Yeah.
it's happening more and more now, and I've seen it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you have to ask your friend to share something? They should be doing that.
But then they'll go and share one of the biggest celebrities' songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you're sharing Rihanna being pregnant, or Drake is having relationship issues. So what? Like, your friends that you've grew up with, that you class as family,
Right.
that need your support. And I'm not just talking about acting, even if they have their own business or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If they
Like
have
their
their own
own
business,
grind,
which
yeah.
they've grafted for, because having your own business, selling flowers, cakes, whatever, it's not easy. They need that promotion and stuff, but you can't share their stuff.
But
and,
you can do it for someone
But
you
you can
don't
do it
know.
for someone that don't even know you, that don't even care.
No, it's true. It's very true.
But the fact that as well is, it doesn't cost anything.
Right.
It's free. It's just that one share button. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's these things where, I just feel, and then I've always said this, strangers support you more than your own people.
I've clocked that as well. I have, yeah.
I've
But-
always said that, and that's facts. Strangers support you more than people. I got strangers writing essays on my comments or DMs or sharing my stuff when I've never asked them.
Yeah.
But I love it. But then your own people will view your story, not even like your post.
There's a lot of watchers I've clocked. There's a lot of people that watch,
100%.
but they don't want to show the support.
Yeah.
But they'll watch what you're doing.
And when you confront them, they're like, yeah, but I didn't see your post. But you viewed my story.
Right.
Why are you lying? There's too much. These things, yeah. These things, I know people say it's only the gram, it's only social media,
Right. But it does mean something.
for me, if they are my friends, it's not just the gram. I just feel like, are they really friends? You know, that's where it is. It's
It's
about
very true.
loyalty. Loyalty is a massive thing for me. Do you know what I'm
In
saying?
this industry, you need it.
100%. So I feel like back in the day, there was more support. Now I feel like there's more hatred and there's more jealousy in this industry
Yeah,
and stuff.
so that's kind of changed.
Because there's more competition now. That's what it is. So, you know, it's unfortunate. You know, as I said, you know, you can't change that. You
No,
can't
of
change that.
course.
You know, so it is, yeah.
And that's something I'm just going to have to sip on, guys, because, you know, it's getting a bit touchy. And I know some people watching this video are going to be a bit triggered, but that's where you just got to sip the smoothie.
When people get triggered, they know it's facts.
It's true.
And, you know, as I said, I always speak the truth
Oh, 100%.
and stuff. So it's you know, it's just one of them where I even say it on social media sometimes. And people have to hear it. They have to hear it.
It's only right. It's only right. And so we've spoken a bit about the realness of the industry, and you mentioned that you started a documentary. You did one on anti-bullying. You're doing one on mental health now, and so I actually wanted to talk about that topic.
Yeah.
So your anti-bullying film,
Yeah.
Stop the Bullying. What kind of caused you to do that? I know you mentioned that you kind of went through your own like period of depression, and you've gone through bullying yourself. But tell us more about that.
So the bullying documentary came as in, I was watching all these documentaries on TV. I'm just like, no one's ever done one on bullying. I mean, I've seen one on like, you know, knife crime and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I feel like, right, bullying happens a lot, especially now, you know, in this day and age. And bullying has always happened and it will never stop. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unfortunately, it will never stop, but we can raise awareness on it and stuff. So I just sat down one day and I just wrote a script on it because it's different from a film, but it was a bit easier. So I just thought that, yeah. And then I had it all planned and the aim was to find a good production, like a good company. And for what it is, we done this with zero budget. Like I didn't want to spend
Really?
nothing on it. Like it was my first documentary. So I'm thinking, right, I'm doing it from my own pocket, but who might be able to find that could contribute and stuff. And then I met an amazing guy. His name's Saif Barber. He normally films wedding videos and music videos and stuff. And he was working with a company at the time, Essence Studios. And then we met up, had a meeting, and I just laid it on the table. And he loved the idea.
Yeah.
And I said to him from then, look, there's no budget with this. And the thing is, I respected him a lot because he basically, I think because he was really related to the topic as well.
Really? So
because
he
he
had
went
his
through
own-
it and stuff.
yeah.
So he was just like, do you know what? And he had a little team. So obviously this guy, is professional. He had everything, you know, that I needed and stuff. So I was just so happy. And then bang, next thing you know, I went home, planned it all more, and then scheduled the shoots and stuff. And we filmed back in 2018, you know.
Really?
So it was October 2018. So I'll tell you why it took so long to release, but
Was it to do with COVID at all?
yes.
Right.
Yeah. So we filmed, it took about 8 weeks shoot. We filmed it. Luckily we had good weather. We filmed it. So obviously because it's a bullying documentary, we had like nice greenery vibes in parks and stuff like that. So I interviewed 5 victims, which I casted for. That was another thing. I had to cast for it and stuff. 5 people that were comfortable talking about what they went through, their experience. And basically all different kinds of bullying. So like one of them were like at school, one of them were online, one of them at work. So it was all different kind. And then I interviewed a bully himself that used to be a bully.
But he's not.
But he's not anymore.
Okay.
Now he's changed his life now. So we get why they do it. And then there was one, I got one actress in there from Coronation Street. She was in Coronation Street, Nicola Thorpe. So we interviewed her as well to see the industry side. So I basically didn't want to talk in it. I was just presenting as in it was my documentary. I didn't want to make it about me. I just wanted it about them. But it was amazingly done. And as I said, where it was interesting because when I even interviewed them, it was like a tear coming out my eye. It was so emotional because what they were going through, what they went through, and they were all soldiers. How they came out amazingly, you know, in their life, because it can scar you for life. Bullying does scar you.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know when we can. Obviously, editing took months because we had 4 hours footage, 4K. We had to break down to 1 hour. So we sat down, we had to edit, and then we didn't know when we was gonna have a premiere for it, a screening, get all, you know, people down and stuff. But obviously, COVID hit us.
Yeah, and there was no events.
No events.
Parties,
we didn't know how long
nothing.
COVID was gonna be about.
Right.
Lockdowns happened, and then we just got fed up. So we just thought, do you know what? Let's just put it out there. Let's just release it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we just put it out on. We were gonna pitch it to BBC and stuff, but we just didn't have the time at the time because it was lockdowns were happening and stuff. So we released it on YouTube for the world to see, and obviously I promoted it on Instagram and stuff and social. But it done so well. Literally, because people were at home. If you bear in mind, people were at home in lockdown, so we kind of did a good thing because people watched it.
Yeah,
If we released it now, it would have been a bit harder because people are at work. Are they gonna have time to watch it? Because people were locked down at home, they ended up watching it, and it got watched around in other countries, which was amazing, like New York. It got watched in Australia, India. I had messages coming from them countries, and then they
Really?
showed it in them schools. So I done a few talks at schools after, but I was just amazed that my point was it wasn't about making money because we made no money from it. It was about just helping
And having an impact.
and having an impact, and
Yeah.
and it happened, and that's what my aim is now for the mental health one. But I'm gonna go in more detail, and obviously. I've been having meetings with BBC about that, so I want to take it into a
exciting.
next step now. Yeah.
Next levels.
So yeah.
Oh no, Kayas, this is amazing. And
Thank you.
I feel like it's all about making content that's impactful, that's going to change lives for the better. So well done for that, 100%. I am conscious of the time, but there is something else I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So obviously you're a guy who's been in the industry. You're not only just making meaningful content, but you've done things for years in all different genres, different aspects. You've worked for so many different people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so you kind of built a name for yourself. You've got a following on Instagram.
Yeah.
You've built all of that for yourself. And so I wanted to ask you, as a man who's basically in the public eye, who's in the industry, do you struggle when it comes to relationships, and do women treat you differently now that you're in a certain spotlight? I do have to ask, I'm a bit nosy.
I gotta go. Nah, joking. It is hard. It's 100% hard because I feel like when you're in the spotlight and you're doing so well, it's hard to get into a relationship or be with someone because they have to be comfortable with. I'm not saying sharing you, but like you're gonna be around people constantly, and you're not gonna have a lot of time. You are gonna obviously. With me, if I'm in a relationship, I'll 100% make time, and I will put my 100 in. Do you get what I'm saying? But it is different from before because you're more busy now, and you're doing more things and stuff. So I feel like it's 100% harder when you're in a relationship. Now, so I kind of enjoy the single life at the moment.
Really?
But I know if I do get into a relationship, things will have to change and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
What, on your behalf?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'll always work, and my work is work. I've got a passion for my work. I'll never quit that. It's just that I know there's stuff that obviously things that you have to respect in a relationship and stuff. So you gotta do that.
And make sacrifices.
And make sacrifices and stuff. Yeah. But my work is work. I've worked so hard to be where I am. I'll never stop that or anything. But as I said, I know things are different when in a relationship. But it is harder.
Definitely.
100% now. And I feel more paranoid as well sometimes. Not
Really?
gonna lie.
What, in terms of what women are after? Or?
Yeah, because even if a girl messages me or if they meet, and I don't know what their intentions are like.
Right.
If it's for like, if they want to just come to a red carpet or be in my film, or it could just be legit. It could just like they like me and stuff. They do sometimes hit me with compliments and all that. But I'm just like, what is the real reason? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff. And I've been through, not going to do, I've been through a lot in my life in the past as well. So I've learned from my mistakes and stuff. So it kind of makes you more paranoid when you're in,
and a bit more
when
anxious.
you've been through a lot in relationships. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah.
Of course. And to leave it on a positive note, we always end my podcast, and I'm going to ask you a question. Who is your star fruit of the month? Essentially, a star fruit is someone that you want to shine a light on, someone that you want to give them a bit of, respect, show them, put them on a pedestal, appreciate them, give them thanks for what they're doing, who's making moves. It could be a family member, it could be someone that you aspire to look like or be like. It could be someone that's inspiring you. It could be someone you're working with. It could be anyone. But who would you like to give the spotlight to today on the Mixin' It Up podcast, and why?
My mum.
Oh, I've never had someone say their mum, but that's really nice.
Even though I love my dad, even though I do love my dad, but my mum. Because my mum, she's queen.
Yeah.
Capital letters.
Capital letters,
And
queen.
I don't even need to explain why. Do you know what I'm saying? I just need to say that without her, I wouldn't be here today. Carried for 9 months, brought me up, and she's still here today taking, mum's a mum. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They look
of
after
course.
you until the last straw. But I just feel like sometimes we don't show that appreciation as much that we should. But love my mum to bits, and nothing can beat her.
Definitely.
So yeah, my mum.
Oh no, that's so lovely, guys. He's given appreciation to his mum. So shout out to Kayas' mum.
Big up,
We
mumsy.
love that. And yeah, so guys, we have come to the end of this episode. Time has flown by so quickly.
Always happens. Now
I haven't even finished my smoothie. Do you know what I mean?
Same.
But what can we do?
It was nice though.
What can we do? But no, literally, I just want to say a massive congratulations on all of the things that you're doing.
Thank
Is
you.
there anything that you want them to be aware of the things that you might be working on in the future? Anything
No,
they should
just-
look out for?
Obviously, mental health documentary that we spoke about, which I'm going to be working on next. I just wrapped filming my hood movie, LDN, which is planning to come out next year in the cinemas.
Exciting. 2023.
2023. It's very similar to Top Boy and Kid at Hood vibes. So another one that I wrote, I produced, directed and starred in. We've got a lot of big cameos in there, which I can't really say who, but...
Wink, wink.
But yeah, we had a big production company as a sale back us with that. But yeah, just keep out for that, and just keep locked on my socials.
Do you want to let them know what the socials are?
Yeah,
I will put them on the screen.
Yeah, Instagram's Kayas Irshad. I think it's Kayas.Irshad. But yeah, I'll come up. Twitter, I'm verified now, by the way, on Twitter. Kayas Irshad, and that's it. I don't really use
socials too much.
only Insta. Insta's more me. I've always been into Insta since it launched. So
No, of course. It's not a bad app, is it?
But thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming on board, guys. Everyone, I want you to comment down below and say how great Kayas is. Support the ting. And no, honestly, thank you so much for coming on board. You're such an inspiration to so many
Thank you
people.
so much.
And I feel like just watching this episode, lots of people are going to be inspired, and they're just going to go and start volunteering to
100%.
do exactly what.
Don't ever
they
give
wanna
up.
do.
I would end that with, don't ever give up. Do you know what? I know we're due to.
No, go for it.
This is
Tell
me
him.
anyway. I'm allowed, yeah.
Tell him. Break the
Can't
rules.
say nothing. I will say, I'm over time, but I will say
Yes.
that whoever out there wants to get into the industry or whatever you want to do, if you want to open your own business, if you want to do whatever, go, if you want to fly a plane or whatever, just do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't ever doubt yourself, or don't ever let someone tell you can't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just live your dreams and your goals, achieve them, and just do it, man. Don't hold back. Stop seeking validation.
That's the perfect line to end it on. Should we do it together and cheers?
Yes.
Yeah? Look into the camera, make
3,
eye
2,
contact.
1. Stop
Seeking validation.
That's the one.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yeah, that's the one.
what
So
a
yeah,
perfect
do
ending.
you, man. Be you.
I know. Thank you for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
And bye, guys. You've been
Take
listening
care.
to the Mixin' It Up podcast with me, Nayana, and the wonderful Kayas Irshad. Take care.
Yeah.